This is Max Scherzer, Pro Boxers Fan Block. We're joined tonight by Ben Shalom. First of all, Ben, congratulations, a BBC promoter now. Just how was it? I know obviously bittersweet at the end, but thoughts on how the night went?
A crazy night, some great fights from Scott Melvin at the start to, I thought the Bobby Dalton Joel Kadua fight was incredible. Joel did really well, can really bang, and was a great fight. Jack Massey's fight was back and forth and managed to get the knockout in the end, so great to see him back. Fran Hennassy was just superb. There isn't another female fighter like her in the world for me. And then the main event, wow, exhausting. I'm still recovering. Frazer came out like a train, looked like he was ready to do 15 rounds, and Jeamie came back out, I think in the third, and the fight swung. And I think Jeamie deserves a huge amount of credit, because boxing on the inside against Jeamie TKV is a bad idea. He's the best heavyweight I've ever seen on the inside, truly. And I think Fraser's got his game plan wrong. Unfortunately, that was it.
I think obviously the result, congratulations to Jeamie, but you've just seen Frazer. How is he doing? Any update?
Listen, he's absolutely devastating. And this is what I think people don't realise. You know, when you have both guys, it can only end in a difficult way, because you know it's bittersweet for Jeamie. I've been with him since debut. I cannot believe he's just become British champion after what happened in April. I'm absolutely delighted for him, and he's had such a tough career and a tough journey to this point. And for Frazer, I'm so disappointed, because this will feel really hard, and to lose it like he did, and he knows that his game plan wasn't right, is tough. Luckily, they've both come out safe, and that's what you worry about. As moments in that fight where I was speaking to both corners, because I just wanted to make sure the lads got out safe. And I think in that 11th round, Frazer was out on his feet, but he's a tough man and managed to come back. And yeah, he could have gone either way, but Jeamie definitely deserved to get the win tonight. But Frazer will be desperately disappointed with his game plan.
Ben, you mentioned managing both fighters there. I've seen comments and clips online saying that you were giving advice to Frazer Clarke in his corner and sort of favouring that over TKV. What do you make of that?
Definitely, I'm not in a position to give anyone advice on how to fight. I was in Jamie's corner at one point. I think it got later in the rounds, and I was actually concerned for Frazer at one point. But no, I'm delighted for Jeamie, and as I say, gutted for Frazer Clarke.
Ben, how that for boxing news just on Frazer Clarke? It's not gone to plan since turning pro. A lot of factors, sliding doors moments. What does the rebuild look like for Frazer from here?
He has to go back to the drawing board, because he's losing fights. Like the first Fabio Wardley fight, he lost, he drew, and it was the small margins. And tonight it was small margins. And so when you're getting the small margins wrong, you have to look at yourself and you have to look at the game plan. And I think for me, Frazer Clarke has a very, very good jab, and one of the best jabs in heavyweight boxing. He didn't use it tonight, and you have to think why. It just doesn't seem smart enough. And so he has to go back to the drawing board. I think he's only had 10 professional fights, and it feels like he's had a career. You know, as I say, we all saw in his first fight against Fabio Wardley what he can do, and possibly could have won that night. And if he had won, where would his career be at now? But that's heavyweight boxing. Anything can happen. There's ups and downs, and he'll be back. But he really needs to have a think now and come back refreshed.
Ben, I want to get your thoughts on Frazer Clarke's defeat. Obviously, he seems a bit more marketable than TKV. Obviously, you got the Wardley, the trilogy, and then the Dave Allen rematch. But where do you now put Jeamie TKV? Because he's not got them fights, maybe just the Adelaide rematch.
No, I think there's loads of fights out there for Jeamie. I think Dave Allen wants to become a British champion, and that fight was going to happen before this got ordered, really, for the British title. So there's huge options. There's the rematch. He'll probably be looking bigger and better now. And for once, he has the cards in his hands. You know, he's had to be an away fighter twice. David Adelaide, where he felt like he won, and he won tonight. So credit to him. As I say, delighted, because I know where he's come from. I know where he's been, what he's been through, and for him to become British champion is incredible.
And where would you like to put him in that race? Obviously, you're right, he does hold all the cards. Where do you want to put Jeamie TKV next?
For me, I want to sit down and discuss it with his team and get him the biggest possible fight, because he deserves it. And this time was in the home corner, which he'll be happy with, because that's 2 British titles where he's fought on away soil, and 2 British titles where he's won the fight.
If you had to give a name.
If I had to give a name, Right now, I like the Dave Allen fight because I know Dave wants to fight for the British title, and I think it was going to be made, and there's history there. But I think he can also look bigger and better.
Ben, if obviously Jeamie TKV has done it the hard way, he was the away fighter tonight. If Jeamie TKV was the home fighter, do you think there's a possibility it would have got stopped in the 11th round?
No, I think, to be honest, the officials are there looking out for Frazer's safety, and they'll stop it if they feel like it's not safe. And no, I don't see any difference.
Ben, a big talking point of this weekend's boxing, obviously, Ben Whittaker. Did you see his knockout early, and what did you make of it?
I haven't seen yet. Obviously, our focus tonight was on launching the BBC, which was incredible.
Ben,
Yeah.
one of the cards was in Frazer's favour. Frazer's favour.
Yeah.
A tongue twister there. If it went to Frazer, would you have been surprised? I mean, was it a case of you clearly thought that TKV won the fight because it was a bit, back and forth?
It was. Listen, it was a close fight, but for me, Jeamie nicked it, and it was the right decision. And so, thankfully, we got the right decision tonight.
Ben, one more. Just what's reflections on the first night with the BBC? How's it all gone? Obviously, there was a bit of hiccup in getting this show over the line. Any early trackers on numbers? Social media interest? What's the overall reflection from the first night?
Literally just come out the arena, but an incredible first night. Delighted to be back on the BBC. It's the first of many. December 20th is the next show in Leeds, and it will be another barnstormer with Callum Simpson against Troy Williamson. So delighted.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ben.